Hello everyone, welcome back. So today we're going to be playing Nasus, and I'll be facing off against the Teemo adventure from the Spirit Blossom campaign. I figured I would challenge myself and play through this adventure with a 6-star champion that I think is probably not the best here. Nasus is definitely among the slower side of champions, and considering the set of powers he has access to and the way his deck works, I think I'm going to have a lot of issues with being overwhelmed by the opponent's units. I'm still going to try anyway. I decided not to change anything about the setup I have for Nasus. Beast Within allows us to close out the game with Overwhelm. Tales of Judgment is obviously good on Nasus. And Echoing Spirit, because I want redundancy in the amount of Nasus I have. And it makes it so our champion spells cost 1 less. That's nice as well. Out of the gate might be the thing that helps us win this adventure. If we can get Rock Hopper consistently right at the start of the game, that might be enough to get the control of the board and snowball from there. Hopefully that's how things work out. Okay, this seems like a decent enough hand. I can keep it. Rock Hopper, yep, we hit Rock Hopper. 6 to a follower. I'm actually going to pass priority to the opponent, see what he does. That's fine. Now that he went ahead and did that, I can use that on the Grandma Inoki to kill it. Reduce the cost of everything in my hand. Most cards in my hand. The ones that don't cost 1 already. Sure, I'll reduce the attack on that Hungry Owl Cat. That's a lot of Hungry Owl Cats. Let's block there and there. This way I keep the unit with the most amount of keywords alive. I only take 3 damage, and I ensure that I buff 1 unit up at least. I kinda want to drop down Nasus only when I can safely level him up. So I'm just going to opt for another Rock Hopper. And I was correct, because now I can kill 2 units from the opponent instead of the regular one. Never mind, the opponent has removal. Should have figured as much. Maybe I should drop this Nasus down just so I can start clearing away some of the opponent's stuff. Unfortunate part is that the opponent's units have spell shield, so I can't use the Siphoning Strikes to clear the remaining Hellcats. But I can do this and level up Nasus.
Life and death inexorably interwoven.
How close are we to restoring the Sun Disk? We've slain 6 this game. Only 6. We need 8. It would be nice if the opponent decided to attack here. Unfortunately, he isn't going to. Well, I still think I can close out the game here. Can pull here, pull here, pull here, then attack with Nasus. Yep. That's enough damage right there, because I level up Nasus in the process. And Nasus gets plus 20 attack.
The sun disk rises and the cycle is complete.
So yeah, I managed to level up Nasus or level up Nasus twice. It was only right there at the end to close out the game. That went a lot better than I anticipated. But I have to remember, this adventure actually gets harder the longer it goes on. Not easier, like most of them. Bounty Ethereal Remitter. Honestly, no. All of these seem pretty bad. Bomber Twins. I guess. Just because it's a 2 mana 3/4. So it's kind of an overstated unit. Garen, Nar, Braum. Honestly, I think I could benefit from Garen. Just rallying once per turn, even on the opponent's attacking turns. When you summon an ally, stun it for Grander Plaza. Oh, this is so greedy. But Grander Plaza is so good. This costs me the game. Yeah, let's not throw the game, shall we? Double Time Watch, Radiant Plate Armor, Dragon Tooth. This actually accelerates Nasus by a little bit. So yeah, sure. And the player targets unit granted to Spirit and Sleep It. I guess we're not playing our spells then. It's fine. One of the opponent's units gets vulnerable at the start of the turn anyway. So we can kill the opponent's stuff that way. Let's toss the Nasus back. I should have tossed the Bomber Twins back too. Whatever. I definitely want to keep at least one Nasus in hand to start reducing the cost of it. It costs one more, but +3/+3 might be important to help close out or level him up faster. Really? That's a very weak first turn from the opponent. The fact that the opponent's units are 1/0s or 1 attack units by default means that they just become 0 attack units, which is kind of funny.
We owe this land our lives.
Please don't, opponent. Okay, so that debuffs the opponent anyway. Even if he comes back buffed. Good to know. It probably won't be relevant. Also, the Scales of Judgment works well with Garen. Now I can go ahead and level Garen up with just one attack. Meaning next turn I can start attacking on the opponent's turn too. It'd be nice if the opponent went ahead and let me kill something before I played Nasus. But I'll just go for it anyway. Go ahead and attack like this. Ensure that both of these units die before Nasus gets to strike. So that this way it's more likely that Nasus levels up. Never mind, he saves one of these units. And that's actually enough to save him, because Nasus would have closed out the game otherwise. That's unfortunate.
You must watch out for
I'll still kill him next turn.
My eyes are just bulbs.
Return to dust.
And game over. That was easy. I didn't even draw a single buff cap too.
Outlast all things.
Not only it was easy, I was also incredibly lucky. Let's hope this is a sign of things to come. Symbol of Strength, Sundisk. I don't need Sundisks, I already have a Sundisk built in by default. Swifting Lancer it is then. All these are terrible. So let's not pick one up then. Tasty Felfolk, Spells Chest. I'm going to go for the Spells Chest. If we can get some sort of item on the Siphoning Strike, that would be incredible, because I get a bunch of them because of the Echoing Spirit on the Nasus. I'm going to keep the cheapest unit just in case I don't draw anything that's playable here. And it was the correct call, because none of these cards are playable on the first turn. Oh right, I draw Bomber Twins at the start of the game anyway. But this is fine.
My lifestyle is a stylish life.
That's okay. Can simply do this. Or I'll actually save. I shouldn't have saved it. It's fine.
Never seen a contraption like this before.
Next turn I'll use the Siphoning Strike on the whatever he plays. Or maybe he won't actually play anything. Actually have to Siphoning Strike then. He's not going to play anything. I'm just going to speed up my game plan along. Let's see if he plays something now. There he is. I kind of I didn't want to play the Buckeye Sun Spinner because the unit he had on board already had vulnerable. So it felt like I was wasting the card's effect. Now he has a full board of stories, so he's probably going to activate all of them and clear my board. Which is annoying, because now none of my units are going to be buffed up. But if he wastes all of his stories now, he won't be able to deal with the Nasus I'm going to drop down next turn.
Aimless wandering, endless pondering.
Yeah, it's overkill, because I waste one of the strikes Nasus does when he's summoned. But it's still alright, because I get Nasus down, and Nasus is massive, and he's leveled up. Kind of want the opponent to do something, but of course he passes his own turn, because that wastes my attack. I should have attacked. I would have dealt more damage to the opponent. But this is still fine, because I get to level up Garen this way. And we're slowly and surely working towards the Sun Disc.
Fuck up, Milky. Adventure ahead.
What do you sense? I smell would-be fiend.
Anything else you want to do on your turn, opponent? Or is that enough? You have the stories to activate, but I'm pretty sure they all target allies, so you can't actually do anything with them. Yep. So he now has to subject himself to the fact that he's going to be attacked by all of my units.
We should talk about this.
Nice. And I only took 4 damage. This is actually going a lot better than I anticipated. Maybe it's all due to the fact that I didn't pick up the first negative power I was offered. When you play a spell, give me +1/+1 this round. Nah. Rite of Calling, Rampaging Buckeye with Spell Shield. Yeah, sure. It's a card that's already in my deck. It's not the Siphoning Strike, but it's a card that's already in my deck, so making it better is still good. I think I'm cutting the Bright Steel Protector. Unfortunately, I haven't seen it once this entire time. Fox Spirit or Sorrow Eater? The Sorrow Eater can steal my large units. So let's go for this Fox Spirit instead. I'm keeping the Defenders of the Sun Disk. Do I want to keep Nasus and Garen? Sure. I think I can afford to go for a slower game plan. Ooh. The Exhaust is definitely a great pickup here too. Because I now can pull another of the opponent's units. Let's drop down the Defenders of the Sun Disk. It's fine, let's kill that thing. Buff up my unit on the board, while at the same time reducing the cost of the cards in my hand. Next turn is definitely attacking with the Serene Spirit.
What would you wish to learn?
He's not doing a lot of scary stuff. The worst thing he's doing here is definitely attacking with the Serene Spirit, so let's do this to ensure that he goes into the next turn with 0 spell mana. Curse an enemy with terror. Sure. Next turn I'm going to be able to attack into 2 of the opponent's units. Fortunately I can play Nasus. But I can play Garen, which I'm going to do to buff up my units. He's actually going to remove Garen. Well, Garen goes back to or as deathless, so I'm still fine. This is actually better because now my units are even more buffed up. It does delay the level up on the Garen, however. But it's still fine. Next turn I drop down Nasus, Nasus kills 2. I have the champion spell to remove threats at burst speed.
Inexorably interwoven.
The final lesson.
I also have the Rampaging Bakai.
World has to offer.
Remove that thing. The elusive. Wait, it's spells and skills? No, it's only spells, so there should be no Foxfire summoned from the Rampaging Bakai's skill. You need to change the wording on this then, so it's spells and skills. Otherwise, that might actually cost people some games. Anyway, game over. Unless the opponent has something. Okay, that removes some damage, but doesn't remove all. So unfortunately for you, opponent, it's game over. I could have actually saved Garen here with Siphoning Strikes, I think. But let's not give the opponent anything. Or give the opponent any chances to win by playing cards when I already have lethal on board.
Never falter.
Now this time around I think I definitely want to go for the top path here at the end, because our game plan bases around pulling the opponent's units.
You know you want me.
And the upcoming ooh, that's huge. The upcoming encounter has us face off against an opponent that has all of his units being vulnerable, so we won't be able to pull them because the opponent gets a benefit off of it. I want the remove on spirits. Yeah, sure, might be relevant. Bitter fruit. If the foe's Nexus health is greater than it was at the round start, deal damage to your Nexus equal to the difference. So we just have to ensure that the opponent takes damage every turn, or doesn't heal himself every turn. That also works. Definitely tossing those Nasus back. I think I'm at the point where I have too many Nasus. Nazai. What's even the plural of Nasus?
Are you ready? Let's take it for a spin.
It's kind of annoying that the opponent's units have barrier. Most of his units have barrier in fact.
Bombs away!
Well, at least he's at full health, so it's not like he can get any healing off of this. Why did playing the Siphoning Strike make a Lord Nasus cost 4 more? I don't understand. Well, at the very least that thing is going to be killed, and I'm going to reduce the attack of all of the opponent's units here. That's important. Ooh, 1 damage elusive. How frightening. Ooh, Garen. Garen is huge here. If I can get the level up on Garen, we can close out the game next turn. If we don't close out the game right here.
What are you?
He's giving one of his units barrier. Let's do this, try and increase the damage we deal. The next turn we're going to go for an attack. And we're probably closing out the game.
I'm back. I don't know why.
Let's remove that large unit.
And death intertwined.
Definitely going ahead and killing the single unit of the opponent that has an attack stat. And now the game was over. We only lost 2 health. And it was because I couldn't block the elusive. And because of buff cap actually. So I'd say we did pretty well. Now the next upcoming encounter, however, is definitely going to be scary, because the opponent's going to summon an entire board's worth of cards or units. Black Cleaver, yep, definitely. Let's hope that the opponent doesn't randomly rally like it happened the first time I faced off against him. Keeping one spell is good, but keeping units is probably not that great, because I'm going to pull a bunch of them from my deck. And we have a full hand of spells. That's a lot of Nasus. Let's level up Nasus right away. First things first, or first and foremost.
The wheel never stops.
This way the opponent's board gets debuffed by 2 attack. Can drop down the Bomber Twins.
Never seen a contraption like this before.
Then let's attack with everything.
Gonna catch the sky.
I'm actually going to go ahead and do this. Because I want to go ahead and pull all of the units in a way that kills them, but I have no way to kill the 6 health units, unfortunately.
Trying to feed my family.
It's alright.
Through death, we grow in power.
This is still going to result in the opponent taking a bunch of damage. And it makes it so next turn I can go for the Rampaging Bakai to kill something. Kind of unfortunate that I didn't hit the NASA,
From shores to hills, we know every acre.
the Garen. I could have definitely benefited from the rally effect. I would have gotten off of the leveled up Garen. So I took a bit of damage off of the buff caps, but now the game's over. That's basically what happened this game. Things definitely become significantly easier when the opponent doesn't randomly rally, for a reason I still have to figure out. Because I didn't understand why the opponent rallied the first time I faced off against this guy.
Build a life undone.
And now all we have to deal with is Teemo. The game might actually go up for a bit longer there because of the double health bar thing and the fact that I can't kill him on the first turn. But it should be okay. I should have enough fuel in this deck to the point where even if I kill the first phase, I can still go deal with the second phase with relative ease. Let's get the Swift Wing Lancer. We don't need it. Do we get to go with the opening hand? Do I need to keep the Nasus? I don't think I need to keep the Nasus. I'm going to keep one Exhaust and one Weight of Judgment though. Yeah, we don't need to keep a Nasus. We have so many of them in the deck. What we do need is to survive this first turn though. Forgot about that part. Let's Weight of Judgment one of the opponent's units, I suppose. Let's summon that Jump Blocker. The opponent obviously doesn't block. Figured as much. Can actually do this and -2 there ensures that the Bomber Twins survive. So this is fine. Actually it's -4 because vulnerable units get -2 attack as well. Let's rig it so we draw Nasus next turn. Definitely want more Nasus in hand. Because this turn I'm going to drop down the Nasus, right? I'm going to drop down the Nasus, then going to drop down a Garen. And Nasus is going to level up because this Nasus is going to strike into the opponent's Nexus. That seems like a waste of a bloody business. And mana because you're playing 4 for that. But sure.
Stretched out before me.
Whatever you wish to do, opponent. Let's hold the Garen. Keep controlling the board. Can actually pull the Atakan here.
I will not falter!
Now Atakan gets summoned with less attack than what he would normally have. And I can go for an attack this turn. If he decides to attack with Atakan, I'm actually safe. Because I can do that to proc the spell shield. And then I'll just Siphoning Strike the Atakan down.
Life and death intertwined.
Ooh, we restore the Sun Disk. About time.
Golden and gleaming. Serene
This way the opponent's units get further debuffed. And our Clockling survives too.
Noxian tricks!
It doesn't really matter that the opponent has a
Delicate Bob.
0-1 immovable in the back, so let's just attack with everything without pulling it. Now gets a full board of Owlcats. And he can't really do anything. Summon 2 Sand Soldiers. I'm actually going to play this, and next turn I'll use the ability. Since the Sand Soldiers are actually going to be pretty big. I did waste one of them though, but it's fine.
Hi there. Does it hurt?
Is the opponent actually going to survive here? Apparently no. Especially after I do this. And he's forced to take even more damage. He was dead either way to the Ichor, even if he managed to kill one of my units.
never falter.
I didn't actually do as poorly as I anticipated, so I'm quite pleased with how things went. It was still challenging enough, however. No, not really. I guess that's the difference between picking up the first regret and not picking up the first regret. Is that by picking up the first regret you end up handicapping yourself by a whole lot. So yeah, that will be it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Till then.